Kia ora. Haere mai. Welcome to Near and Not by the Sea. This is a FlossTube Extra. My name is Catherine and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, my name's Fiona and my pronouns are she, her as well.
And we are here to talk about our year-long challenge, which is #something.
I think it's yearly quilt minis.
Okay, something like that. She's probably right.
Year off quilt minis?
She's far more organized. Sometimes the hashtag has to be correct though. Ish is not good enough. And there's also a hashtag for Spanish, but this video is only in English because we're going to just speak in English.
I don't speak Spanish.
I might do I don't know. There's a lot of live admin to doing a video, so we might just do the English one. But I wanted to show Fiona's because we're doing it together. It was both our ideas to start with, so that's why the video. Okay, cool. So January's finished. We've done our first challenge. Would you like to start with what was the challenge for January?
It was log cabin. To do something with a log cabin.
That's right. And so it's kind of like rules, but not rules. So you could decide on your size, your fabrics, and stuff, as long as they had like
everything.
something.
And it was mini, not
That's
big
right.
on your bed.
That's right. Cool. Start with yours.
Mine's sort of for a doll's bed. Oh, they might be quite glaring. Turn it that way a wee bit. So I've used offcuts from cutting up doilies and things. See that? Oh, there we go. A wee bit better.
So if you talk, I'll move it.
When you cut up the floral pieces on the doilies, you're left with so many lovely bits of linen fabrics or cotton fabrics. So I've used those and just pieced those together, and I had a pretty pink one, so I've kind of given a nod to the traditional red, you know, being the heart of the home, sort of that log cabin's about.
Yeah.
And hand sewn them all together.
Then
And I've tied it as well, which is another bit of a nod to kind of the traditional quilt, you know, olden days quilt tied.
And your border is.
Border's not, I got it in an op shop in Australia. I pieced most of this together when I was in Australia over Christmas. So the back of it is actually a quilted pillowcase today.
Can we show your name?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, you're right, one. So I've used that for the back because I didn't really want to go and buy wadding or anything, and it's come out quite well.
So this is a quilted pillowcase, right?
Pillowcase,
Which comes obviously with a quilting stitch already.
So I just left it in.
And I think you've done a lovely job of that.
Like
you haven't interrupted.
The binding was almost like an old-fashioned Viola or something.
Which is kind of flannelette adjacent, isn't it? Yeah. It's got a tiny little bit of a halo, but I don't think you can see it.
Yeah.
But it looks lovely, and it'll be very lovely if you're a child and that's your dolly.
Yeah. Well, I've got a doll's bed, a wooden doll's bed that I bought quite a long time ago, and don't know why, in an op shop. I thought
it was
cute.
there.
It needed rescued. So these are to go on that. So there'll be a stack of them on the doll's bed. So someday someone might get the doll's bed in the stack.
Nice. Or it might be where they come to your house to play with that.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. The things that I love, and I love that you've incorporated some stitching. You do beautiful embroidery.
They're going to play with it at my house, so they wouldn't have sticky fingers.
You can teach them to wash their hands. That's right. Be that grandma. No.
And you're not having glitter as well.
That's right.
This block here, for some reason, I ended up with quite a wide block in the end, so it just needed something on it. So that's a nod to the log cabin.
I do love the choice of words. You're right. Like it mirrors the spirit of the idea, right? Very beautiful. I think you've done a lovely job.
And my 3-week crosses up there are for my 3 boys. I thought I'd put 3-week crosses in.
I only have sentimental friends.
I figured that.
That's your minimum requirement.
If I've got that in there and they know it's sentimental to them, the stuff might not go to the op shop. Well, gosh,
right. It's like, Mum's got 300 sentimental quilts.
I've done that thinking of us.
Very lovely.
Yeah.
And your
I
Instagram handle is?
The little red hoop.
So you can see it closely there. You can stretch the image.
That's cool.
I think it's turned out very beautiful. And the funny thing with Fiona is that she was really surprised. I was surprised that she'd gone so non-traditional, and she was really surprised that I'd gone traditional. She told me. I was like, kept that to myself.
It's not kept for us.
I quite fancy having I'd love to have like a stack of all the traditional quilts, but I don't want to make king size quilts, so of course I want to go traditional. I'm not bound by such rules. So I think we might have said that we wouldn't buy new stuff for these quilts.
Yeah.
So everything is second hand. Like things to note, I'm really jealous because Kate did a thing and I really liked her design thing, and I thought I was doing that, but I wasn't.
No.
So mine looks a bit different. And see, it's something about the placement, because this is quite big as well, like a bit like yours.
Okay.
So there's something about the mass of this.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did do a traditional red center, but I didn't necessarily go
Are all your
the same size. So they're all
Same
slightly
size,
different
yeah.
size because I like wonky.
Yeah.
And these are all dark shirts that I had left over, and these are the light ones. This was a dress that I made for the Victorian, there's a fly, for the Oamaru Victorian Festival for my girls, so there was a lot of leftover fabric.
Yeah.
And I quite like the full stop of a dark colour on the outside. I love my backs. I think I probably like my backs more.
Yeah.
I like a pieced back.
I need to do that a bit more.
Yeah, even though clearly I have a big piece, and I had a big piece of that one anyway. I am in love with blue roses. There is something so beautiful about them. Like Fiona and I are both trying to not op shop as much, but if I find blue roses, I will.
Yeah.
Love this fabric.
I've done well. I've done all of January. Dang it, other than one.
These are self-imposed rules. Like who cares, right?
One week exception.
Yeah. And the other thing that I like is I did these little corners on all four corners, so you can hang them without being able to see it from the front.
Yeah.
And you can hang them like this, and you can also hang them like that.
Oh, you've done them on all the corners.
Yeah,
oh,
and you could hang it like this if you hadn't forgotten and put your label on the back and hid in the corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that is my little quilt of January. But then I'm not going to go in such details, but I did get a bit obsessed, and I continued. Do you want to do one of your quilts? We'll also show some of the work that Fiona's doing, so just so you don't get bored with these. You'll show one thing, and then I'll do mine.
It's just using my scraps, doing some half square triangle blocks. Just hand piecing. It's quite nice to do in the evening. Or have a wee tin in my bag and get a few done. So the way I'm putting them together, I'm doing sort of the lights in the middle and the darks on the outside, so it creates the diamond, shape.
Although you're using lights, you're not using whites. I've never done a half square triangle without using white or cream. So actually the effect is really quite different.
Yeah. So that's one project I'm working on.
Yeah,
one quilt of the quilts of many.
Yeah. We might count how many works in progress we have.
No, we won't.
No, we won't. Okay. So then I'll do these two at the same time because they're kind of related. Then I did two mini quilts, because I wanted to see the difference between using thick bands of dark versus thin bands of light, and then using thick bands of light versus thin bands of dark.
I think if you put all of those in a quilt, I can see that as a curve.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which I haven't seen until I can see it on the video.
Yeah, it would work out to be a curve.
Yeah. You could do circles.
People do cool things.
Yeah.
And then again, I continue to want the full stop with like a vibrant colour. So this is from a top that broke when I had people for dinner. It's split here. I've made the top.
That was timely.
I know, right? But I love that fabric. And then I love my backs as well. Love my backs. And Fiona and I both have the same green. I bought this pillowcase in New Zealand, and you bought the pillowcase.
And I bought it in Lawn in Australia when we went down south of Melbourne.
Hilarious.
How does it happen?
And we both love that green, don't we?
I wish I could have found a whole sheet. But
I know.
They obviously only donated the pillowcase.
But again, we've been talking about the fact we don't need a whole sheet either. So that was that. I haven't labelled these. I need to label them. So this orange is the orange border from the first quilt. It's very pretty. I'm very happy with these.
They're lovely.
I'm getting a wee stack. So what's your next project?
My next project I'm working on is a bit hard to see. Quilt as you go hexagon. And so I'm using vintage linen.
Put some up front.
Put some back to front in here too. So I'm using some are plain fabrics, all in these
This looks like
Japanese.
Kidston.
Yeah, sort of. I think a lot of them are Japanese.
Okay. Because you've been to Japan, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Show them
I
all.
love the bag.
But anyway, interspersing them with the ones I've made from the doilies. Oh, I like that pink one's pretty. So,
And apparently this is going to be a bed-size quilt.
maybe single bed.
That's the current intention. This is very
But
pretty.
they get just quilted around the edge, wadding in the middle and quilted around the edge, and then they're easy to stitch together, and I've got the quilt already done.
See, I think as I'm getting
that's
older, the quilt as you go appeals, because actually it's quite hard on your wrists, I think.
Yeah.
The heaviness of it. You don't realise it, but actually, if you do 8 hours of it, it's quite a lot. Yeah, we've just done a micro swap. Well, I've microed this way, and she's macroed this way. I got lots of lovely gifts.
Lots of cutting.
And then I continued to get carried away. Yeah, it's a personality thing. And then I was like, oh, wouldn't it be... So what happened is I'd gone into my studio and I found lots of red fabrics, just tiny little bits, and I thought, oh, I'll use them and I'll just make some little quilts. So I've made a stack of micro quilts, and they're mostly this fabric for the backing, but I've also got this, like, chambray, that's the word. I keep forgetting. So from a shirt. Anyway, I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to stop and talk about them.
Everyone had chambray shirts at one stage.
Yeah.
Chambray shirts from Rod and Gun. I never got people had them. That's where you got
Rod and Gun is expensive, but you do see it in the op shop sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was interested in playing with like how different colours have a different effect on your eyes. So they're all slightly different reds. I quite like that. The grand finale is going to be the one that I'm going to turn into pendant. Even though it's ginormous.
You know,
with the green.
Great on framed or, you know, in rows or something.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just made 13.
But it's so cute.
I got a little carried away. But isn't that pretty how different it looks when you put a floral in the middle?
Yeah.
And they're all log cabin. Yeah. On the kind of diagonal.
Yeah.
And this I'm going to turn into pendant because I can. Ta-da! So much fun. All hand stitched, no wadding, with a ladder stitch on the side to close it up. It was so much fun. I'm not going to get carried away with every prompt, but it was good fun. The next one's hard.
To get carried away.
Yeah. Do you want to show us your last two projects?
Oh, I just thought.
And then we'll talk about the next prompt.
I just bought a couple of my needle books that are sort of, you know, inspired by Beckett Sobe. So these are things I've been working on.
Is her channel called Sobe or Sobe Curated?
Sobe Curated. Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's in Australia. If you haven't seen her, we love her style.
Yeah. This log cabin block was in a bag of scraps that I got when I went to Amity. In Australia, it's like the queen of quilt shops.
Okay, so you've just made this one since Australia?
Yes, this is the stuff I got in Australia. This is my Australian needle book.
Great.
So I wanted to use the quilt block because I'm hoping that maybe it was Jen Kingwell's quilt block.
Oh!
That she put in a scrap pack.
Jen Kingwell's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the green!
So that's what
I can peek the green. What's in there?
Oh, that's the doily. Oh, there's buttons in there. Yeah, there's the green.
It's a teeny bit different.
Yeah, the fabric's a little bit different.
It could be
a bit different.
Brushed cotton, I will call it.
Anyway, so it's just full of pockets. All the buttons I got when I was in Australia.
So I think it's gonna flip through in your and it's really nice. Tons of pockets
on the channel.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
That was one. And this is another one I've done.
Oh, you've got loads of these as well, which I think is lovely.
A doily that a friend gave me that was leaving Dunedin, so I wanted to use that, and I'd made her one as well.
You have other friends with doilies?
Yeah. Well, she gave me them. She lived there.
Wow.
She's a good doily hunter.
Oh.
I might have to get her onto it in Australia.
Oh, she's gone to Australia. Ah.
She's in Brisbane. So, yeah, these are just, that one is a bit plain in the middle. Oh no, I did have a lace doily in there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. That's my last. I'm working with a piece there at the moment on the edge of the doily.
I quite want to make one of these, but I don't.
At the end.
Is it okay to make them if you don't exactly need
Pocket.
one?
Well, I only really even need one. And
Exactly, and I've got one that
now.
was given to me. No pockets, mind.
So that's what
Beautiful.
I'm working on at the moment.
Nice.
Well, there's a bit of cross stitch.
Yeah, I've just been doing cross stitch. Okay, so the new prompt. So now we're on to February, and the prompt is
Needle turn.
needle turn applique.
Something. Needle turn applique.
Yeah. I'll see if I've got the patience. There's loads of tricks for applique, so like we're not the police, so it doesn't matter.
I've done quite a bit of it, so it's just trying to find something I haven't done.
Yeah.
I've done lots of leaves and flowers and baskets and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm sort of onto an idea, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I've taken some photos in the last couple of weeks from Pinterest probably. Maybe something from Instagram, but anyway, I'm gonna do something scrappy, and I'm only gonna do one because I think for me it feels like a lot of work to do the needle turn applique.
Yeah.
And we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited about it. So we'll post the hashtag underneath. Yeah, just if you are joining, use the hashtag because it'd be lovely to see them.
Yeah.
And actually, it's really interesting how we've got 4 people doing it that we know.
Yeah, maybe
And we
we can
know
put
of.
photos of what they've done.
I was thinking of reposting it. Yeah.
Put them on our page or something.
Like Kate did quite an amazing thing, and Anna did something completely like unexpected. And what's really lovely about Anna is that she's working on it while she visits her mum.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, her mum is
that's
in
nice.
a aged care facility,
Yeah.
and her mum is an amazing. She's a powerhouse of a woman. She's like, there's a book being written about her, and there was an exhibition at the Dunedin Public Art Gallery of her work.
Amazing.
And so she uses that to kind of generate conversations with her mum.
Oh, that's a good
I
idea.
know, and it's kind of been a collab because her mum was like, "Oh, why don't you do this with this little thing?" Yeah, really, so lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll come back in about a month with our next project. So I hope you're joining, and I hope you're enjoying it. Cool. Catch you later.
Bye.